And we're live. Oh, and we're live. I think we're live. Yes, I think we're live. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to the Dylan Talks Tone live stream that we do every Thursday night. Coming at you from 3 feet from where we normally are because we had to rearrange this week because of all the crazy things we're about to tell you that we're doing. If you have a question about guitar stuff, get in the chat right over here and put a bunch of question marks in front of it so Leslie can pick it out of there. If you use a super chat, we'll drop what we're doing and we'll answer that question almost right away. Or even more right away because we got new features. Also,
maybe it doesn't show up.
It must do it only when it does it. Yeah. Words.
So brilliant.
Yeah, so brilliant. So yeah, we'll get into some stuff tonight. And we will, before we get going, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and the like button if you like guitar stuff, because that's what we do. And if you don't like guitar stuff, hit the subscribe button twice. And yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan Talks Tone to buy pickups, because that's what we really do. And also, there are some links below. Sweetwater, StewMac, Runway Audio Cables, 511 Tactical, because of my cool shorts. Somebody actually bought some shorts. So, thank you for clicking the link and buying some shorts, even though they make fun of me about it. And I know it was shorts, because I know how much shorts cost. So I'm pretty sure. I'm going with, I know it was shorts. Yeah. So, anyway.
I was more wondering how you knew that.
I mean, I could actually look, but I'm not going to. I trust that you're buying the same cool shorts that I wear. Yeah. And Leslie got a new knife, so we'll talk about that. We got some off-topic stuff going also after 9 o'clock. We're going to even talk about some stuff I'm working on pickup-wise that I'm told the Patreon folks about last week, but I'm going to tell you about tonight. And
wasn't it this week?
It was this week. That's right, because we had a Patreon hangout.
Long week.
Yeah, it's been a long week, and it's about to get longer. So, that's it. We are. We'll get into Patreon questions here in just a minute. We are packing the van.
Not currently.
Not at this moment. But we are packing the van. I've been packing some stuff in there today. You packed some stuff in there. We still have to pack the food, kitchen stuff. And that's pretty much it.
Just the food.
Yeah, just food, really.
Kitchen stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we're pretty close. We're pretty close to being packed, actually. Cameras, because we can't pack the camera yet because we're using it, and our computer and some other stuff. So we still gotta.
So what's the likelihood that you're gonna sleep tonight?
If you ask me that right now, I would say not at all. After I have this glass of Talisker and...
Maybe you'll be chill.
Yeah. You know, like, I don't know. It depends how awesome the live stream is. Because if there's a bunch of people commenting and super chats flying around and we having a bunch of fun tonight, then it takes a while to wind down after these things, you know? So I don't know.
I agree. I was going to pack up my electronics and then I was like, I might need them.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely chill and watch some YouTube after this, just so that I can calm down, so that hopefully I can sleep. I will say that it's probably going to be easy to get up early in the morning. Because we're driving to Denver. So, I mean, it's going to be a trip. I'm going to bring the GoPro, and we're going to do some shooting along the way.
I saw you charging the 360 camera.
I was charging the 360 camera. I will tell you about that in the off-topic hour. Yeah, why I'm doing that. So Remind me about the 360 cam. What else? Because it's some Patreon stuff I want to do. What else? That's it, really. We're just packing, and on Patreon right now, there's a video that I uploaded earlier this week and kind of showed you what we have going on in the shop with guitar projects, with how we're doing this class in Colorado and what we're bringing and all that kind of stuff. So there's a video over there on Patreon. I try to do these like almost kind of once a week. I'm trying to do them once a week. Next week's going to be a little bit different, but next week might be kind of fun to just do a crazy Patreon video and just walk around with the GoPro and talk to everybody and stuff, because I'm going to be with Matt and Chris, so that'll be cool. So we're hoping to shoot some stuff out there. And yeah, every time I go, I tell myself, I'm going to shoot more content. And so maybe this will be the time. Maybe this will be the time.
Cool.
And we won't show the new knife until off-topic hour.
That means you're not going to fiddle the whole time? I'll be impressed.
I got a different one for that. Yep. All right. Well, how about we go through some Patreon questions?
Rob.
Hey, Rob.
I watched Joe Bonamassa on Tone Talk with Dave Friedman the other day.
Did you notice my more accessible, contrasty
I did
font?
not, but I do like it.
Okay. I thought of you today. I was like, I bet this is easier to read.
It is, but I didn't think about it because I was just reading, and now you've interrupted me. So
I'm sorry, but
Sorry, Rob.
I really thought that Miss Accessibility over here would have noticed it and been proud of me.
But I don't usually announce it.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
Everybody on the screen can see it too, though, so now everybody knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
What's up, Rob?
Rob. I watched Joe Bonamassa on Tone Talk with Dave Friedman the other day. He agrees with you that it is possible to make modern pickups that sound as good as vintage ones, yet he believes there is something special about vintage pots and that modern ones just don't sound as good. Thoughts? Thanks, and safe travels to Colorado.
You know, this is an interesting thing. I think that some of that vintage stuff is special in the respect that it cannot be duplicated because the materials that we use have changed. So the coating on the wire in various pickups, you can't get anymore. It gives you cancer, so I don't want to use it anyways. That's why they stopped using it. The carbon content and how pots are made is different now. So yeah, I could definitely see that. Is it better? No, it's just different. Can we engineer around it with modern materials? Yes. So in the short of it, we get what we get now. And you also got to remember that all this stuff is only noticeable for certain people in certain situations with certain conditions, and most people wouldn't be able to tell the difference anyway. So I mean, I know Joe can, but he has the luxury of being able to compare all that stuff. So yeah, no, that's a cool observation, and I think it's totally true.
So it's not just super chats. People can send us super stickers too.
Yep.
Thank you for the super sticker, Patrick. It says, pair character punching the air with fist and bump written on his knuckles. I have to read it like a computer.
Thanks, Patrick.
I don't know why.
Oh, there it is.
That's what it looks like.
Awesome.
Wow.
Thank you.
Why you pick a dancing pair? Like, I wonder how the YouTube obviously picks
There has to be
what
some
kind of characters.
there was some focus group about something.
We needed a dancing pair.
I guess.
Thanks,
I don't know.
Patrick. Greg, is rust on the pickup holes or screws going to affect sound at all? Is it going to noticeably affect?
It depends how bad it is. Once it actually really starts to corrode, then yeah, because it changes the shape of the pole piece, it changes the magnetismness, the ferrousness of the material. But surface stuff, like that you just rub off, no, it's not going to cause any problem.
Yeah, so if it's just on the pickups, like the poles at the top,
Yeah.
it should be fine.
Yeah, but once it starts to get like rusty and break down and like when you pick at it and it actually flakes off, then you can start to think, oh yeah, I might have a problem here.
Makes sense. Robert. Hello, Leslie and Dylan. Thanks for doing this. I know you're trying to get out of town. At least you're at home instead of a cow pasture somewhere in Colorado.
Ha!
We've done that before.
We've done that.
We did that last trip.
Yep. You must remember that.
That was... I wonder if we're going to experience as bad a storm as we had going out last
Man,
summer.
I hope not.
Every time we stopped, there was horrible storms.
I hope not.
So, thanks, Robert. Let's see. Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Dylan and Leslie. Just letting you know, I switched to second shift at work, so I might not be able to watch that much.
Ah, okay. Well, thanks, Jeff.
Switched.
And our plans changed this weekend, so I don't know if we're going to be stopping near you like I thought. So, but I'll keep up with... I'll send you a text.
Where is he?
Troy, Illinois.
I thought that was somebody else.
Oh. It is. Sorry, that was Jason Albert. Sorry. I'll still have to text Jason Albert.
Patrick. Dylan. I picked up an old First Act 222 Adam Levine with 2 pickups for $15 US.
Wow.
They wanted 75. The pairs sound so different. Do you know anything about those pickups? I looked inside, just one volume control and one 3-way switch and no cap inside. Can you add a cap and etc.? Would it make a difference?
That guitar probably is not worth doing much modification on unless you just want to do it for fun, to learn. In that respect, if you added a cap on the tone pot, well, it probably, if it has a 3-way switch, oh, so it doesn't have a tone. You could play around with it to experiment with it for sure. I don't think it's worth doing on that particular guitar, but as far as like, you're not going to make any grand improvement, because there really is nowhere for that particular instrument to go, I don't think, when it comes to that. But if you want to do it for learning, I always say, if you have a guitar that's you're willing to cut on and drill on and try stuff on, which that's the perfect one for that, because it's not worth a lot of money and you don't have a lot invested, then yeah, do it to learn, for sure. Just don't expect amazing results, you know. But learning is a good enough result, in my opinion.
Jessica.
She is one of our 0.09% of female viewers.
YouTube or Patreon?
She's on Patreon.
Has she come to the live thing?
She is not.
Not a
I don't
hangout?
think she's that kind of Patreon person.
Oh.
But yeah, I appreciate her being here because
For sure.
I think female guitar players we need more.
Jessica, can I get your thoughts on baritone pickups? I want to build a short scale baritone guitar and I've thought about using P90 pickups, but want the sound to emphasize the highs more than the lows without being muddy.
Yeah, so I actually put a set of my P90s in a baritone Telecaster, and it was amazing. I think Charles Wallace has that guitar now. And it really was good, and you're right, you do have to worry about that a little bit. You don't want it to be muddy, but as long as the pickup picks up some clarity or gives you some clarity, that won't go away just because of the diameter of the string. This is an interesting misconception. I think people think that because the guitar is going to sound more bassy, that you need to do the pickups differently. But if a pickup can pick up frequencies from here to here, and the strings are from here to here, the guitar is going to still make the same sound you want it to make. I don't think there's an issue with that as long as the pickups are good. If you put cheap P90s in them that are kind of muddy to begin with and don't have really good highs, bad clarity, then you're not going to like the results. But if you get something that's really nice and broad in its frequency response, then it'll be fine. Our P90s sound amazing in a baritone. We've done it a couple of times. Yep. Thank you for the baritone question.
All right, what's next? Was there a topic?
Not really. I didn't have a topic because I didn't have time to really look at anything today because I was packing and doing things.
What is that? That's so oddly shaped.
That is that came with something that I ordered. It's Loctite, but it's just like the little one-time use Loctite.
So don't open it.
Yeah, don't open it. I mean, I have a whole jar of it, so it doesn't matter.
It's just a strange packaging.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So you want to take more questions?
Let's take questions. Let's just do questions.
Oh. Ready for this one?
Yeah.
Allie Handel. Hi, Dylan. Another female guitar player here. I'm looking for the best noiseless P90s for my 2017 Gibson Custom Shop Les Paul. I believe the pickups in it currently are burst buckers. Pause. Any thoughts you have would be welcome. I'm trying to get this done before hitting the road, opening for Greg Koch in a couple of weeks.
Oh, nice. So, wait, are they humbucker size guitar pickups or are they not humbucker size pickups?
Well, burst buckers are humbuckers, right?
Yeah. That's a tough one. Noiseless, I would go with
Yeah, Ivan's like P90s don't fit, right?
no, it would have to be a humbucker. So, I mean, I would send you these P90s right here that are sitting on my desk, but they're not. They're P90s. We don't do noiseless stuff anyway. I was going to suggest Fishman Fluence, but those are regular P90s for noiseless. I would also just Gibson H94s or whatever they are. The Gibson noiseless ones. That's what I would do.
Will they fit?
Yeah, those will fit. It's a humbucker size P90 that they make. I think they call it and Seymour Duncan makes one too. We don't do noiseless singles, but that's what I would do. I would go either Seymour Duncan or Gibson with those two. With that choice. With that.
And good luck. That sounds fun.
Yeah, that sounds very cool.
Going out to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Greg's a cool dude. I've only met him a couple times, but.
Super chat from Keith H. Thank you for the super chat. Keith, he says, what's the string size on a baritone guitar?
I don't remember, but I want to say the bottom is like a 65 or something. No, I could be wrong on that. Keep going, and I will look it up because I can't remember.
Well, I don't want to interrupt you because
hang on.
I have another super chat.
Okay, so if you just look up Ernie Ball baritone slinkies, they're 13 to 72.
So you were wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong. 65 is more like on a 7-string low, something like that.
Super chat from Tony Leonardi. Thank you for the super chat, Tony. He said, money for road snacks. Drive safe.
Thank you.
That's fun.
And Tony, I am not forgetting about your Strat project. I am literally up to here this week. And so I have not forgotten about it, and I want to do it. I have a set of pickups in mind. I want to do a Stevie. Remember, like we did the Keith Richards guitar with 5 strings and the.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do a Stevie Ray one. with the correct pickups and with the the legit stuff. Maybe even a dummy coil because he put a dummy coil in there. Like we might do all the properly legit stuff that he did. Since I actually learned about it, I thought it'd be kind of cool. And so he wants to do that, and it's something that we've been, I don't want to say putting off, but just the guitar wasn't available for a while, and then I got caught up in a bunch of other projects. In fact, I've got another one coming because we're doing a Greenie Les Paul project that's coming up.
I got curious because Allie said she's doing 12 shows along the East Coast, but it looks all very northeast.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we would come out and see it for sure if that was close enough to us. And thanks for the super chats, y'all.
All right. Okay, how do I do this? That is after hours question.
Okay.
Music and Gear says, I received your P90 matched set today. Very nice packaging. Thank you for the fast shipping.
Thank you for ordering it.
Oh, okay. I have to catch up. Or maybe
Did your extra column get you all discombobulated for a second?
No, but I think I was focused on it and then
We caught up to ourselves.
well, yes, and the two things did mess me up. So
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a minute, and I'm going to tell them about a couple things that I'm working on.
That would be great.
How about that? Okay, so there's a couple things that I've been working on, and maybe this will open up some questions. I don't want to give too much away on this stuff, but here's what I'm going to I'll just show you one thing. This, I'm working on a dummy coil for single coil guitars. And I've learned a lot about them, and I'm experimenting and trying some things. And I don't like them for my guitars. I won't put them in my stuff because I don't like them. I think single coils should sound how single coils should sound. And if they make noise, they make noise. And figure out a way. That's my personal feelings. Somebody like Allie, who's playing on a tour with someone else who plays very quiet guitars, if she's expected, so like, for example, she's opening for Greg Koch. Well, the thing is that he plays really quiet guitars. Maybe he has a pet peeve about that. Maybe he wants everybody's guitars to be quiet. And maybe that was a thing. And he's like, I want all the stuff to be quiet. It could be that she just prefers that. So she wants that quiet thing. I would use a noiseless pickup in that situation as well because of the circumstances. Like sometimes the requirement of your gig supersede your personal preference for your personal instrument, right? Like, you might play. And so there are situations where I could see using a dummy coil in a guitar to keep it quiet. So I thought, it's not about me all the time. Obviously, I like making stuff that only I like. I should say that differently. I only make things that I really like. But there are some things that I think would be helpful to a lot of people, and a dummy coil is one of them. So there is some design stuff. I don't want to get too much into the details until I get it kind of locked down, but there's going to be a couple of different models for a couple of different things. And they're going to be small, and they're going to be able to fit into a guitar pretty easily, and I'm pretty excited about that. The other bobbin that we've got going over there, I can't reach it from here, is I've been getting a lot of requests for something to handle high gain a lot better. A lot of the stuff that we do is very vintage oriented and very maybe leaning to one side or the other with vintage stuff, but not properly high gain stuff. Well, at least my version of what I like. So I have been playing my Machine Gun Kelly Schecter a bunch lately. And I've been kind of noting some things that I really, really love about the pickup that's in the guitar, some things that I kind of don't like, and I've been winding some test bobbins and playing with some stuff. And so we're going to we're going to play around with some higher gain stuff that I think you're really going to like. So it's coming. We're working on it right now. And as soon as I get back from Colorado, it's going to be full speed ahead on both of those projects at the same time. So I'm hoping that very soon you're going to hear. I've been playing that pink guitar a lot. And I'm with certain amps too. With certain amps. It's something that I've been thinking about a lot, is how the rest of the rig obviously affects your pickup choices. Because I always preach that, like, zoom out. What does the whole rig look like? What sound are you trying to get overall with all of these pedals and this amp and everything? Don't zoom in on tone caps and pot values and all that kind of stuff. Zoom out and look at the whole thing together. And especially with a Marshall EL34 kind of thing, super higher gain kind of stuff, this is something that I'm really kind of excited about. So we're working on that, and I'm really stoked on it. It's really, really going to be good. Because I play that stuff. I like that stuff. A lot of people don't know that. I'm going to talk more about that on Monday in my video.
Did you make a video yet?
I've been working on it, shooting it a little at a time.
Is it going to be ready?
Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Rusty, I saw a video where someone put a ground wire from the spring claw to the tremolo block and it stopped the 60 cycle hum. How is that possible?
From the string claw, from the claw to the block? I mean, it had to be grounded somewhere else. Just doing that and nothing else and not having it grounded to the guitar. So the strings need to be grounded. All components except for the switch need to be grounded on a conventional guitar. So the tone, the volume, the other tone, all three pickups, or however many pickups there are, need to be grounded to the output jack. Okay? Common to the output jack. Everything terminates to the output jack. When you don't have to hook it up there at the output jack. Everybody puts it on the back of the volume pod or whatever. Where you hook it up is not important. It's just that everything needs to be grounded and it all terminates in the output jack. The other thing that needs to be grounded is the springs, or the strings. However you attach the strings ground to the rest of the ground that terminates in the output jack, it doesn't much matter. Now, if you add a bunch of ground wires going from here and there, like from the claw to the trem block, it doesn't do anything extra. Just the physics don't work. So I don't know what that would do. It doesn't seem like it would do anything, really. It's a place bow. It's the place bow effect.
Patrick Hardy said, "Dang, I always place an order when your two are about to hit the road." And then said, "No hurry on my pair of P90 pickups. Wait to mail it out when you two get back home. You can mail pickups and t-shirt together."
So I actually have a set of pickups to mail for you. But I knew that that's what you wanted. And I have not received that yet. And so I did not send the pickups because I'm waiting for that. So it's not that I put your order off, but I knew you had that special request, and that's the part that I can't fulfill before tomorrow. The pickups are sitting right there. So
They're sitting right there.
they're sitting right there.
Rick Bonneville's here. He said, "Leslie, did you two miss me? It has been a while."
It has been a while. What's going on, Rick Bonneville?
Super chat from Vinny's World. Thank you for the super chat, Vinny. He says, "Looking forward to the high gain options. Have been using your pickups in my dropped tune guitars for high gain, modern metalcore, not 80s. They definitely chug and sound great, just saying.
Thanks. I appreciate that, Vinny. And actually, when I was thinking about this the other night, I thought of you because I knew that you would really appreciate this stuff. And I have to agree. You know, I've got the guitar that Don gave me that he built for the $400 guitar contest. I put a set of my DAFs in it on purpose because that's the lowest output humbucker that we make. And I was playing that guitar through the same amp selections. You know, I'm using the Tonex so that I can kind of toggle around and do stuff. And using back to back with the Schecter guitar. So I could go from like the highest output pickup that I have in the house right now and the lowest output pickup I have in the house right now, and deciding what I wanted and where I wanted it and how I wanted it. And it's cool that you say that too, that you find those high gain tones to be good through that stuff. Because I do too. I think it sounds great. That's really cool. Thanks for the super chat too. And how's tomorrow?
I love that.
I know.
I mean, I work with a lot of people in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a funny thing. Especially like on Thursday, you're like, it's Friday, okay, so far. Like,
I really want Friday to be awesome. Is it okay over there?
Yeah. Let's see. Peter Moore. Question. Thoughts on the Cole and Clark true hybrid pickups, etc.
Cole Clark, to me, is the game for acoustic guitar pickups. Now, the one with the humbucker in it, I don't know. Remember we saw that? The acoustic guitar, we saw it at, we were in Nashville, so we must have been at, I don't know, one of them stores. And it's an acoustic guitar with a humbucker in it, like in the bridge position. And I didn't get to play it plugged in, so I can't speak to that one. But the rest of their stuff, I would say that Cole Clark and Maton, which are both Australian companies, but to me, Cole Clark even more, they are the game to beat when it comes to acoustic guitar amplification. That stuff, those pickups, that pickup system is unbelievable. My buddy has two of them. He lives here locally, and actually I have another friend that's got one too, and he let me have it for like a month, and I played it a bunch, and I really, I'm going to buy one. It's just kind of lower on the priority list, so I haven't bought one yet, but that is a really, really cool pickup system, for sure. Yeah.
Jason Albert. I usually just get the after hours portion, but I love the P90s I got from you. It actually drives a solid state amp. Totally awesome.
Oh, cool. Jason, I'm going to send, now that you're here, I'm going to send you a text.
Yeah, he commented when you were talking.
Oh,
he was
okay.
like, that's me.
Yeah. I'll send you a text. I think our plans sort of changed. Time frames about when we're going to be where on this trip on the way out. So I don't know, but I'll text you and tell you what's up. Because that happens with us. Because we're spontaneous and junk.
Yeah, that's what I was joking about. Like, are we going to leave at 1 a.m?
I know. I mean, we could just pack up and leave tonight if you want. No. I don't know.
I need a little bit of sleep.
Yeah.
I am tired.
Yeah, we should sleep tonight because next week's a long week.
And I feel really stressed right now. So I feel like if I could sleep, then I'll, like, not be stressed.
Oh, yeah, just like that did I forget anything, packing, blah, 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 blah. And we haven't used the van all year. So it's like, yeah, getting back into van life after not doing it for a while is sort of weird. Yeah.
And I'm working.
Yeah.
Even though I already got a message from my boss and he was like, you should just focus and enjoy yourself and cancel all your meetings. And I was like,
You're the best boss ever, except for me.
I don't know that I can cancel my meetings because that's how I get some things done.
I have the best boss ever, but you have a pretty good one.
T-Bone says, hey guys, Dylan, would you say that the neck thickness would be a no for a short-fingered player who plays Hendrix-style chords?
On what? Did he ask a question earlier?
I don't think so. I don't know. Don't split your questions up. I don't know.
The neck thickness?
Oh, he deleted it, so maybe he's going to resend it.
Okay, I don't know.
But I
We'll
grabbed
what
it
guitar?
before he deleted it. So I don't know. All right. Sorry, T-Bone. I might have messed that up. Let's see.
Yeah, ask your question in one thing, because it gets mixed up if we...
Jason Howard said it's only an 8-hour drive.
It's only a 25-hour drive.
Total. Yes. Let's see. All right. Apologize. I don't know why people only ask questions when you're talking.
Oh.
Like when you're answering the questions, that's when they ask more questions. And
It's
so
because of the delay
I
of
can't
how it
like
works.
pay attention and okay. On the PRS SE Silver Sky is what he meant.
Yes, it's fine. You will be fine with that. That neck is actually smaller than the American Core one. The American Core has a bigger neck. You should get this SE.
There we go. Thank you, T-Bone.
Actually, you should buy mine. Mine's for sale. And it's purple, which is Hendrix. So if you want to buy mine, I'll sell it to you. For a good deal. I'll put pickups in it for you too if you want. Let me know.
All right, Charles Wallace.
Send me a chat on the website if you're interested in that. Okay. Go ahead.
Charles Wallace. The Schecter has higher output than the Quattros probably you already make.
Yes, they it's different. So the Quattros are not wound as heavy, but they have way more magnet. So the overall output in millivolts is probably higher on the Quattros, but the way it's done is different, and so I want to play around with that. And I want to put it in a conventional humbucker for those that don't like the blade stuff.
Rob F. I have forgotten this one, Dylan. Feedback success. Wow. What is the word? Susceptibility?
Susceptibility?
I don't know why that did not make sense. I had to stop looking at it. I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. And I think it's spelled right, so I don't know what's wrong with me. Feedback.
Rob F seems like he would spell things correctly. He's pretty on it.
I was teasing him. He said he might be furloughed Monday.
Oh.
And so I was like, oh. And so his job, he typed it in the chat, so I guess it's not private.
Is it a government job?
Like a data modernization for a government agency. I was like, that sounds horrible.
So yeah, he's probably very accurate about what he types. What's his question?
Sorry. Does a non-wax potted humbucker sound any different than one that was potted? I didn't say that. That's how it's written.
Okay. Yes, it does sound a little bit different. We have a really good video on that on the channel. I did a really good test on that. I can tell the difference. I like them not wax potted, but the necessity is that you need to wax pot them. So we wax pot them in a way that impacts them less than others, the way the others do it, but just enough. I wax pot them just enough. If I could get away with less, I would do less.
Patrick Hardy wants to know, Dylan, may I ask, what are some good mini volume pot? Just one.
I mean, on the mini side, you're not going to have a ton of choices. I think Borns makes a mini, which I would be totally trust, and Alpha makes a mini that I would totally trust. I think you're going to be kind of limited on choices, though. But Borns or Alpha. Oh, if you want to add a tone to your first act. Cool. Alpha will be cheaper.
New gun guy. If you play through a DI box that has an AC power cord, does that get rid of 60 cycle hum? GAS TV reviewed the Hendrickson Bud where this happened, but I don't know the technical reason.
If you play through a DI box, so it depends what's happening with your signal chain. I would have had to seen that video to understand what they did to explain what that change was. Typically, when you play through stuff like a Kemper, like a Tonex, like a anything, it can be quieter. Here's the thing that people don't realize, though. You don't get noise through the mains. You get noise through the air. 60 cycle hum comes from things with transformers in them and magnetic interference. It's electromagnetic interference from things with transformers in it. Refrigerators, televisions, fluorescent lights, neon lights, LED. Well, LEDs, some LEDs, it depends on how they're done. And basically, this becomes like an AM antenna because it's a coil. That's all an AM antenna is a coil. So it's coming through the air, and your pickups are catching that electromagnetic interference. So no matter what you plug into, can it be quieter? In some cases, depending on the source of the noise. But 60 cycle hum will always be present with all pickups, even humbuckers, if the environment is noisy.
Curtis Chavez. Dylan, how good are the pickups on an SEDGT? What DTT pickup would you swap for the stock pickups?
Our DAFs. I would put our DAFs in that guitar. I have not had that guitar. I had the choice. I could get that guitar or the 594 SE, and I chose the SE 594, and they never sent me the DGT. Probably because of what I said about the 594. PRS hasn't sent me anything since. But I would put our DAFs in that, and that would be amazing. That guitar would be really good. Because they're super low output.
Curtis Chavez says, so what does GAS mean again? Like gear something?
Gear acquisition syndrome.
Okay. Who else is gassing for the new Friedman preamp pedal?
I saw that thing, and I think it's going to be really good.
Recline says, y'all talk about Les Paul Supremes yet?
No.
I don't know what that is. Is that a pickup? Is that
No,
a
it's guitar.
I'm not talking about them now either.
We can talk about them in a minute, I guess.
Okay. What are we talking about now?
I haven't looked at that stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm looking at it now. It's probably just a cool guitar. $4,000. Oh, so it's just a
Jeez.
arguably the ultimate Les Paul, the ultimate. They probably haven't seen that movie. Okay. So basically what we're doing is we're doing a slim taper mahogany neck, Burstbucker Pros. And we're doing modern reimagining. So does it have the funky taper on the back? No pick guard. Yeah, deep heel carve. This is a cool guitar. Gold pickups. Alnico 5 magnets. Let's see what these pickups. Yeah, this is a cool guitar, man. I don't know if it's $4,000. Well, I guess, yeah, that would make sense with what it's got going on here. Locking Grovers. Yeah, so basically what they've done is they've taken like a Les Paul Custom. Is it bound on the back too? Let's see. Is it bound on the back? Nope, it's not bound on the back. So it's not really a Les Paul Custom. It's a standard with the funky everything, and yeah, this is a cool guitar. Just a more modern take on it, but not a stupid case or anything. Like, it's a proper case. Gold hardware, so it's kind of a modern custom. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it a lot. I don't like the color because I'm not a fancy wood person at all whatsoever. I don't really care about that. But it probably comes in cool colors that I didn't see right away. Oh, yeah, because it comes in a wine. Let's see what colors it comes in. They don't... Oh, see, I like the wine with the binding. That's cool. Yeah, that's a cool guitar. I dig it. I dig it a lot.
Yeah, Vinny said it's a halfway house between custom and modern. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I think it feels like a Les Paul Custom with really modern appointments. So for the guys that want to play faster and harder and heavier, then, you know, and have it not weigh 1,000,000 pounds.
Lou York X says a LP standard dialed up to 11.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's cool, man. I dig it a lot, actually. Now that I'm kind of understanding what it is, yeah. So I haven't looked at this stuff in quite a while because I've been so busy with other things, but they don't have, it doesn't look like they have any limited quantity. So they don't have, you know, where you can choose the weight or anything at Sweetwater right now. It's got 6 strings. I'm looking at the spec sheet here. Yep, it's got 6 strings. Two pickups. Yep. Pretty cool.
That was a very jerk response. Oh, here we go. Mel Pamini.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Dylan, have you tried out any of the Made in Mexico Charvel guitars? I've been eyeing their Pro Mod SoCal. The specs on it look ridiculous for the price.
Get one. They're cool. Get one. Yeah, they're very cool. I would fully support that message. Yep, I like that idea.
It's slow tonight. If I missed your question or you have a question, you should send it in because you still have time. And every time I say that, then a bunch of stuff comes in.
Mm-hmm. It's okay that it's a little slow. We're tired. And we have a lot to do.
But if it was busy, then I couldn't be tired.
Well, that's true. And if I keep drinking this, then we can't leave.
Why?
For a while.
I can drive.
Oh, you could drive. And then I could sleep.
That's rude.
Yeah, taking the van on road trips is pretty awesome. Because you have your food and your bathroom and everything with you. And a bed. It's pretty sweet.
Rusty said, have you seen the Guild Thiel Polera signature guitar?
Kim Thale.
Who?
Kim Thale from Soundgarden.
Thale?
I have seen it, and I think it's really cool that they're coming out. I'm curious to know how many they will sell. Everyone that buys that will be my age, or a little older, I'm sure, because, you know, that's it. The interesting thing about some of those signature guitars are the time period, right? Like, how many guitar players are this age? Okay, everybody of a certain age who wears flannel shirts is going to want this guitar. So it's worth doing, you know. And they've never done that model before. Well, not since the, 84 or something? They've not been out for a long time.
Peter Moore asked about that same guitar and then said, what about the new Bonamassa Epi SG?
I saw that. I think that's a great guitar. There's going to be a bunch of people in the comments that are like, that's too expensive for an Epiphone, and I think they're full of crap. That is a fantastic instrument. I think everyone should buy one. You will pay a premium for it because it is an artist model. You know, you're going to pay $300, probably more than you normally would because it's an artist model. That's how it works. But I think that's a great guitar. The only thing that I would say, because I was going to buy one of these earlier this year, so it depends on how much money you have and how much. I typed in SG and a Glockenspiel came up. What the heck?
It says SG Kids. That's why.
Oh, come on.
That's so funny.
SG.
You mess up your search now.
Guitars. Here we. I know. I got Glockenspiels coming up. Okay, so the standard 61 faded which doesn't have the shiny paint. It doesn't have pickup covers, and it's got the lowest Gibson pickups in it, is $21.99. So that's a really cool guitar, and that has the side maestro thing on it. And then you can, okay, so the Joe Bonamassa with 3 pickups is $13.99, which that is a smoking deal. I would totally buy that guitar for $13.99. Gibson also makes now the Epiphone SG Standard 61 Maestro is only $5.99, but that only has 2 pickups and it doesn't, it's not the Joe Bonamassa one. There is a Gibson one though. $5,100. Let's see, that's a custom shop one. I was gonna buy.
Sunbase says, what pickups for that Glockenspiel?
I know, right? Here it is. Gibson SG Standard 61 Maestro Vibrola for $24.99. I was actually going to buy one of those when I bought my Les Paul. It kind of came down to, or when I bought my Telly, it came down to between my Telly and this guitar right here. So $24.99 with the Maestro Vibrola, vintage cherry. To me, that's the SG. If you want the 63 SG, 61 to 63 SG, that's the one I would get. Now, it doesn't have 3 pickups, but to me, that's the one I would buy, $24.99. But it's also $1,100 more than the Epiphone. So, but yeah, I think $2,500 for that guitar is a smoking deal.
Super chat from Trozinator. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Dylan and Leslie. Hope all is well. Do you make telly pickups that have a nice twinkly, spanky math rock tone, but also have a bite to them?
Yeah, our flat 6s will totally work for the math rock. 100%. Yep.
Twinkly, spanky.
I like those words.
I didn't use those words when I made that shirt. Maybe spanky. Not twinkly.
Nah, I've never heard twinkly, but that was an addition, and I like that addition to the...
All right. I asked that one. Those are after hours questions. Doc Siltonen wants to know, did you measure the stock pickups in the Model T before swapping them for DAFs?
No. I did play them a bunch, though.
Charles Wallace says, I am just glad I could make the live. I enjoy hanging out with you guys and the community.
Thanks, Charles.
Yeah. I emailed him back.
I saw there was a reply in there, and I didn't get to read it. So thank you for...
It wasn't for you.
No, I know. Thank you for doing that. And thank you for the email, Charles. That was really cool.
Circle of 5/4 What audio recording software do you use, and how hard was it to learn as a noob?
GarageBand. I just use GarageBand because it's awesome. And because I can record on my iPad or I can record on my computer and like it's great. I love GarageBand. It does everything any of us ever needs to do. We are not record producers. It's not a matter of how good does it sound or does it like totally tone, bro. It's not about that. It's just about ease of use, which it's very easy. I have everything set up now to where when I come in here, I can plug in a guitar to my Black Star, my Tone Master, or my Tone X. And depending on what input I turn up on the, actually, not even turn up, I think they're all preset. I just can play into the computer. Spacebar, record, export, boom, video. Like that's what I do to make these videos. And they do a great job, and it's free because it's on every Mac anything or iPad. And then I have a interface that I can plug into my iPad that works pretty well. However, what I really use with my iPad 99% of the time is my Positive Grid Spark Mini. Because the Positive Grid Spark Mini, you just use a USB cable into your iPad from the Spark Mini. Bring up GarageBand on your iPad and just record. It's fantastic. You have heard many times that being used in a video, and I never even told you, and you didn't know. And people are like, dang, those pickups sound great. And it was a Spark Mini into an iPad.
Vinny's World says Grandmeister Deluxe is the bomb. Peter Moore agrees and said, love the Redbox DI out, the power soak modes, etc. El Deuterino says Logic X is worth the upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Rusty Shackelford said, I believe one of my amps is actually the source of some 6P, maybe he means 60, I don't know, cycle hum. It doesn't matter what kind of pickups or position I'm on, there's hum. Is that possible?
It's probably not 60 cycle, well, it probably is 60 cycle hum, but it's not what you think of as 60 cycle hum. It's probably bad filter caps.
Thomas Moore, do you have any suggestions for overdrive pedals for classic rock? I tried the Moxie, sent it back, and now have the Duke of Tone. Not sure about it. I like it better than Moxie.
Those are going to be my two suggestions. I think the Duke of Tone for classic rock is better than the Moxie. I think you have to understand your amp and how it works with whatever settings you want to get out of the Moxie. Or the Duke of Tone. Here's the thing about overdrives. I could tell you, because the Wampler Moxie is my favorite. I love that thing. But the thing is that we should probably do a video on this. But basically, we did do a video on it with those two pedals. Your amp, it depends how your amp is set. So classic rock's going to be a little mid-range and heavy, right? So it's going to almost be kind of honky, which is going to be TS9 based, which makes more sense to go with the Duke of Tone than the Moxie, because the Moxie's TS10 based. So if you are really mid-range heavy, and then your amp is really mid-range heavy, and then you add that, then that doesn't make sense, because now it's going to be so honky and so nasally sounding. So then use one of the other settings on the pedal to cut some of those mids a little bit. If you're not getting enough mid-range, then what is your amp doing? What amp are you using? Because not all amps work together with all pedals. If you have an AC30 or an AC15, you're not going to use the same pedals as the guy with the EL34 Marshall, or with a 6L6 or an EL80 for like Blues Junior or something. So the amp pro, and if we're in digital land, the amp profiles that you use, are they based on an AC30? Are they based on a Marshall? Are they based on a Fender? What tube set is it based on? Because that's going to affect what you stack on top of it. Remember that an overdrive pedal is going to just do more of the thing that the amp is already doing, and then it's going to add whatever color is designed into the pedal, whether that be sparkle on the top, like a treble booster, or is it going to be super mid-rangey, like a TS9, or is it going to be super mid-range scoopy almost, like a Blues Breaker? Like, all those things come into play with that. But they complement each other, because the pedal's only just doing more of whatever the amp's doing and then offsetting it just a little bit by the tone design of the pedal. Long explanation, but that's what I want people to think differently about. Too many people are like, show me your settings. That's the dumbest thing, in my opinion, in a Facebook group where it's like, what settings are you using on this pedal? That's dumb. Because what amp are you using? What guitar are you using? Where is your volume set on your guitar? Like, all those things.
Okay, we have two more. It's already 9:01. But
Okay, let's take two more.
El Deuterino, what is the science behind when I pick up a radio station with my guitar plugged into my amp?
That is your literally picking up AM stations with your pickups.
And Circus Brains. Hi, I was watching a lot of your content today. I'm about to wind my first pickup. I was wondering if Duncan Design humbuckers are really that inferior. My buddy frowns on them.
I don't like them.
Cool that you're going to wind your own pickups.
I think it's cool that you're going to wind your own pickups. Yeah, Duncan Design stuff they're built to a price. They're made over in Asia, and they are, they're just cheap pickups. But, it won't matter once you learn how to wind your own stuff. You'll go down that rabbit hole, and you will be stuck in it for the rest of your life, and you're going to love it. I hope.
Cool. All right. Did you delete that thing?
Nope. So here's what we're doing.
See, that one still has a gradient.
But I did it on purpose because I thought that way it would sit there a little bit more under the...
about all of this.
No, I did, yeah. So this is After Hours with Dylan Talks Tone. Basically, what we do is every Thursday we do an After Hours session that is off-topic questions only. You're allowed to ask a guitar question if it's in a super chat. If it's not in a super chat, we're not going to answer it. Okay?
You can come back next week.
You can come back next week.
Well, maybe not next week. Maybe the week after.
Yes, because next week is going to be a live stream with Matt. So, that's the way it works. And we do this every week. We just want to hang out with you and get to know you and make friends and lifelong homies and customers and friends. And, that's what we do. So I really appreciate everybody that hangs out for it. Yeah, it's a little small today. We got 80 people. So you do have some questions.
I do.
Already lined up. Ask whatever you want. Maybe we will answer it. We normally do.
So, DCDC says, "What's up, amigo from Ohio? What pistol is your favorite, and what was your daughter firing in the Facebook photo?"
Okay, so my favorite goes back and forth between two. I have a Shadow Systems MR920, and I have a SIG P365 Spectre Comp, and those are my two favorites. Today I was shooting my Shadow Systems because I just got the new screw-on comp for it, and I was testing that, and it was really, really cool. Brianna was shooting, she has a SIG P365 with a Wilson Combat grip module, and that's what she was shooting. And then I also have an Aero Precision custom build AR that she was shooting as well. Yep. I think those were in both of the pictures. Yep.
I didn't even know there was a picture, so I was like, I don't know what we're talking about.
Yep.
Rob F says, you all are hitting the road tonight. I think he posted that right after you were like, I'm going to drink this drink and I can't drive. But no, the plan is not to hit the road tonight.
Yeah.
But we have done crazier
We have done
things.
crazier things. If we decided, we want to be in Kansas City tomorrow at noon, we'll just do it. It's rockstar life, man.
Just make things happen.
We just make things happen. We just go and do it.
El Duderino says, have you done a demo of your van?
No, but you're gonna see the van after we get off here. I will tell you what I'm doing for my Monday video.
Okay.
Well, here. I'll just tell you right now.
I thought we have done a tour of the van on the other channel.
On the other channel we have. I'll just tell you right now.
All
right,
I'm caught up now.
I didn't want to give up the idea, but I wanted to tell her right away so she knew what I'm doing. And you'll see. So you might see some more of the van on Monday.
But there is like a tour on the other channel.
On the Dylan and Leslie YouTube channel, there is a tour of the van.
Yep.
Yep.
Vinny's World said, is it cake or alien? It was cake, right?
Yep. I wonder how good the cake was. Sometimes those specialty cakes are crappy.
Yeah, the icing can be bad.
Yeah.
What do you call that? Like fondant? I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what it's called either.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Doc Stiltonen said, what's in the glass tonight?
Talisker. Just some Talisker. It's my normal go-to drink.
Charles Wallace says Matt is cool, but he's not Leslie. Just saying. Have a safe trip. But
Yeah.
Leslie gets a break.
Yeah, she likes that break.
And it's nice. And when you're in Colorado, it's like 5 o'clock and we only do an
Yeah.
hour. So then we're done at 6 and can like still go to dinner and
Yeah. The time change is actually kind of nice to get
break.
it done earlier in the day. These are late Thursdays
break
for sure.
for me. He's working like way too hard. That's why he doesn't shoot enough when we're there.
Yeah.
New gun guy says, do you like Gucci guns like Salient?
I mean, the Gucciest stuff I have is pretty Gucci, but not that Gucci. I would. So I'm not actually a Glock guy at all. So a Salient doesn't make sense to me. Because
I don't even know what a Salient is.
It's a really Gucci Glock. They're like $1,800, or 22. I don't know.
But how is that different than your Shadow Systems?
Because the Shadow Systems doesn't feel like a Glock. That's why.
Have you ever held a Salient?
Yeah, and they're normal Glock grip angle, and they're normal. Yeah, I just don't like Glocks enough to buy a fancy one. I thought about it because I was like, I really want a Terran Tactical, but it's still a Glock, and I just don't care about it that much.
Lou York X says, what's your favorite all-rounder rifle cartridge? 270 Win 30-06. The SW. I don't know what that is. Actually, how are you supposed to say that? That just came out of my mouth naturally. How are you supposed to say that?
What?
That 30-06.
That 30-06. That's what it is. All rounder.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay. Just naturally spilled
I'm
out.
gonna say. Well, I only have a couple rifles. I have a 308 and I have a 5.56. So I shoot 223 a lot because it's cheap. I would shoot 308 all the time if I could afford it. But I will tell you right now that I'm going to go way off here, and I'm going to tell you that my next rifle is going to be 6.5 Creedmoor. And I really want to build... You want to talk about Gucci. I want to build a really Gucci 6.5 Creedmoor.
People thought the stream messed up when you muted it.
Oh, really? That would be good for, 1,000 yards. That's what I want. Yep.
Charles Wallace said, I love traveling like that. I can be ready to travel in 15 minutes.
Us too, man. There's a lot of times where we'll just like throw some junk in the car and go. Like we just go. I love doing it. Oh, you should show off your new knife. Speaking of off topic.
Why don't you, since you brought it in here?
Well, it's yours though.
But you talk about knives, not me.
Okay. So.
I wouldn't be able to tell him anything.
Yeah, because actually you don't know what it is, do you?
Mm-mm.
So.
It's mine.
It's yours. I just got this for her.
Microtech.
It is a Microtech. She only has out the front Microtechs. And she has out the side Protechs. So I got an out the side automatic Microtech. And this is the LUDT, which is the L Underwater Demolition Team. It's like a SEAL team knife. Her theme, obviously, is purple and black.
You're about to say blue on
blue
black.
on black, no. So this is her. Most of her knives are blue, purple and black. So M390 blade, super light, super cool. It's a neat knife, man. So that just came in today. So that's the new hotness for the knives. And then the other thing that came in today, this is a little guitar related, but this is some parts from my winder because I lost some stuff. So I found where they got it and I replaced them.
Yeah, and you found the part you lost as soon as you ordered.
Oh my gosh, that always happens. It's a little nut that holds everything together. And no lie, right? I've got all this stuff out. I looked for that the day before. I looked for it for like 45 minutes. I'm like, I know I have this. I know I have this somewhere. I cannot find it. Cannot find it.
But it's been missing since before we went to Colorado last time.
It has. And I pulled everything out of that drawer, which is where all the spare stuff lives that we use for this. And I pulled it all out and I packed it all up. And I'm like, there's nothing in here. This does not exist. This piece does not exist. I searched around, figured it out on McMaster-Carr, got the stuff ordered. No lie, 5 minutes later, it's laying in the middle of the floor. Right there.
There's no way.
In the middle
Vacuum,
of the floor.
Like, you had to have dropped it from something.
Must have. It must have been in that stuff I was packing, but I didn't see it. All I know is literally 5 minutes later.
There's no way.
Literally in the middle of the floor. Already assembled, put together. I'm like, what the heck, man? So anyway, I did not cancel the order because that stuff is easy to lose. So funny. So funny. That always happens. Oh, like my flashlight.
Oh my gosh.
I could not find my EDC flashlight. So I have a little Olight Baton 3. I carry this with me everywhere. It's in my pocket all the time. Could not find it for like a week. Couldn't find it for like a week. Couldn't find it for like a week. And I'm like, well, I guess that's an excuse to buy another flashlight. So I ordered another Olight flashlight. I actually ordered 3 Olight flashlights. And I'm like, yeah, why not? Whatever. Let's get another one. Next day, found it in the couch.
Where was I? I wasn't home.
You weren't home, and I just sent her a picture of the flashlight in my hand. I was like,
because he even asked me, have you seen my flashlight? Because it's magnet on the bottom, and I found it stuck on the inside of the washing machine.
yep.
Anyway.
You even said to me, you're going to order that, and then you're going to find it. And that's exactly what happened.
That's what always happens. Doc Stilton says 338 Lapua.
Yeah, but you know what? You cannot shoot that at my range. They will not let you.
Rusty Fender says, are cassettes doing a comeback? From all the old school stuff, this might be the most silly to bring back. I lost a lot of tapes to hungry cassette players.
Yeah, I don't know why that would happen.
I mean, I know like vintage, like, you know, the record store sells cassettes, but
what do you do with them?
I don't know. People still have tape decks, apparently.
And once you understand what a digital file is, it's not convenient. Cassettes aren't even as convenient as records.
Right. Because,
like, if I want to go from this song to this song, I just go like that. You know, not like fast forward. Oh, I went too far. Go backwards. Oh, I went too far. You know what I mean? Like, that's dumb.
I don't miss tapes at all.
I don't miss tapes either.
Bucko says Dylan plus Leslie. That needs to be carved into a tree someplace. No.
We've never done that.
I wouldn't carve anything in a tree.
No.
It like hurts the tree. Plus, Leslie is his sister's name, so it could be weird.
Yeah, that's true.
Why would you carve it in a tree?
Because people do that. We've never done any of that kind of stuff, though.
I've never done that, period.
No. You even we were joking about it. You're like, you haven't spray painted my name on an overpass. We were talking about that. We were laughing about something.
It was something we watched.
Yeah.
And it was just like, that was the thing. And I was like, you haven't spray painted? Yeah.
You haven't spray painted my name on an overpass.
Or you said you were going to, and I said, cool, I'm going to take a picture and send it to your sister.
Oh.
I don't know what we were talking about.
I don't either.
Okay, anyway.
No wonder we don't do that stuff.
Angel Raven 444 says, still no knife-shaped pickups yet.
Nope. Probably won't happen.
Doug Senton Yellow says, are those knives illegal in some states?
Yes.
Yep.
Oregon, Washington, California.
Are they illegal in Canada?
Yep.
Everything fun seems like you can't have it in Canada.
Or Europe.
Rusty says, have you ever shot a Chiappa revolver?
Nope.
We should get a revolver.
Say less. I already know what I want.
Fancy one.
I already know what I want. I want a Model 29.
I don't know what that is. I don't know anything about them. I just know I hated mine.
Well,
but I like revolvers. They are cool.
Yeah, you had a little baby one, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I want a Model 29 because it's the...
Doc says you need a bigger range. Yeah.
We do. I wish we had a 1,000-yard range. There's one like 2 hours from here that I heard about, but anyway, yeah. Yep. I'm kind of excited.
Bucko said, okay, no tree. Carve it in a park bench.
That's funny. Carve it in a park bench.
Already dead tree. Destroyer. I always like that name.
Great name. Great name.
What's your fasting time of choice? 14, 18, 24, 48? And would you do anything longer?
I go...
None of the above.
I try to go 16, and I like to go as long as possible.
20.
Yeah, 16 to 20.
That's the sweet spot. Mm-hmm. After that, I'm like, oh, I'm dying.
Yep.
Actually, after that, I'm like, it's going to mess up the next day, so I have to eat now.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, 16's easy. 20 gets a little long.
Timothy Potter says, I EDC a leather multi-tool sheath that holds my Becker Para Rescue hemostats, 2 tactical pen flashlights, my Gerber multi-tool. My fellow work team members call it my MacGyver.
Makes sense. I mean, that's a fair kit.
Do young people know what MacGyver is?
Yeah, because they have a stupid remake of it.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, it's dumb, though. I EDC a fair amount of stuff. I have, But
it's not all in a multi-tool sheath.
No, it's not all in a thing. I have...
What does that mean? You have to, like, pull out a package and...
So they have pocket organizers, which is exactly...
Pocket protectors?
Yes, that go in your front or your back pocket that organize all this stuff. I just put clips on it. So I have a tactile turn titanium pen, the tactile turn mini.
But it also, Timothy Potter, you can probably load your pockets and unload them faster than he can.
Yeah, it's probably true.
It's like a... Oh my gosh, he's so noisy too.
Yeah.
Because I always go to bed first. Last night I didn't hear you. Most nights I do wake up though because you're loud.
Yeah.
Because it's like as soon as you think you're done. Because they click, right? When they come out of your pocket. So it's like click, click, click. And then you got to sit them all down. And I'm like, are you done yet?
So today it's, so I have 2 tactile turn pens. I have this titanium shorty, and I have a copper long one. And then I have a Big Idea Designs TPT slide in this pocket. And I have a Baton 3 flashlight. And then my wallet of choice is the, I forget what the brand is. Exter. This is my Exter wallet because it's the little thing that pops up the cards, which I really like. And then I have...
And you tried to go more minimalistic on that, but it didn't work, huh?
Yeah, I tried to use a Ridge for a while, but I just didn't... Well, the reason... No.
You can't carry a coin.
I can't carry my challenge coin that my friend who works for the Space Force gave me. So I have a Space Force challenge coin, and it's very special to me, and I carry it with me all the time. That did not fit in a Ridge wallet, so I gave the Ridge wallet to my son. And I always carry a knife. Sometimes I carry a fixed blade. Usually when I carry a fixed blade and a folder. My carry fixed blades are packed right now because I take them with me. This is my Hogue Deca in Ultem and MagnaCut. So knife is I carry this one a lot. I typically will carry this or my Chris Reeves Sebenza or my Spyderco Para 2.
Timothy Potter's mounts on his belt. It's
Gotcha.
not a pocket.
And then the other thing I carry all the time, you see it in my videos and everybody thinks I'm going to bang it on a guitar, and I never, ever, ever do, is Leatherman... I forget what this thing is called, but it's a bunch of tools linked together. So, like for camera tripods and for various things like that, I use this thing a lot. And when we're in the van, when you're driving down the road and things get rattly, I can take this thing off, and there's a square drive on it, which is like motorhome stuff, and Phillips and flat. I use this a lot when we're on the road. What's my normal EDC?
Rick Bonneville's response was about Canada. He said, Leslie, we have Mary Jane and lots of it. So there. I think there's direct correlation between states that allow fun toys or Mary Jane.
Except for Colorado.
They have some rules.
Yeah, I mean, they have 15-round mag.
I thought they had a knife rule, too.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Oops.
Lou York X says, Dirty Harry gun. Get one.
Model 29.
Doc Siltonen says, you should try the full auto rentals at $52.80.
That would be fun. That's the Colorado range.
Oh, we've been there once.
We've been there once. Yep.
Doug Santinello said my first revolver was a Model 27.
Yep. I can see Doug carrying a Model 27, actually.
Doc Siltonen said mine was a Ruger Red Hawk, basically a Ruger version of the Model 29.
Yep. It's funny. Yeah, I'm stoked about going to Colorado, actually.
Peter Moore said, when I was a skinny 16-year-old, my dairy farmer uncle took me to the Pistol Club in Country, Victoria, and gave me a Ruger 357 Magnum revolver, factory loads, and his mates bet it would put it on my butt. I couldn't control the recoil, pushed me back 3 steps, didn't fall over. S&W 9mm pistol, hardly any recoil, never shot a gun since.
That's funny. That's funny. It's the skill of it for me. I love getting better at it. It's just I don't know. It's a constant learning thing for me. It's outside of, like, that's why I won't have a channel about it or anything. It's just purely recreational, like, skill that doesn't have anything to do with work that I'm actually good at. Because I have a, just lazy eye, so there's certain things I can't do. I can't play basketball. I can't play tennis. I can't play because of the way my eyes work. So, but I can shoot. That is one thing I can do. I can shoot. And so I really enjoy the learning. And then, of course, they're machines. So learning the engineering and, and the physics of it all, of course, because I'm a nerd, is really, really fun for me. I just really enjoy that a lot.
Angel Raven 444 said, "What gun would stop a swamp ape in its track? Asking for a researcher friend. Oh, and have you seen one lately, perchance?"
Swamp ape. I have not seen any swamp apes. Nope. We're going to the opposite of the swamps. We're going to mountain lion country in Colorado.
Timothy Potter said, "I love your Leatherman wristband." Yeah, that has been like... That's the thing in
That's
the other
Siri.
room? Why?
Hey Siri, stop. It worked.
No, it didn't. I did it.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
That was weird.
So aggravating. Why do we even have that thing? Do we use it for anything?
Yeah, because it's what controls all the...
Oh.
Yeah.
So aggravating. Oh, so what I was going to say about your
Leatherman.
bracelet.
Yeah.
It's a conversation starter. Like, people always ask about that thing.
They do.
And then when they realize that it's functional, it's
They're
even
like,
cooler.
wait, what?
Yeah.
It's a tool? Yeah, it's a tool. I love it.
Marcia Murray said, "Do y'all switch off and drive straight to Colorado or stop somewhere?"
We have done that.
We will stop.
We will stop this time. Yeah.
We have to stop.
Yeah.
Even the only time we've been super crazy and not stopped is when we were coming home. Mm-hmm. Because you just reach a point where you're like, no,
I'm ready to be
sleep
home.
in my bed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just keep going.
Our bed is way nicer than the van. Our bed is way nicer than any other bed. We like our bed. So, yeah, being home is cool. And the air conditioning is pretty awesome here now that it's working again.
Everybody's like, "Hey, don't turn off my Siri," because you're like yelling in the live stream. Oops.
Whoops, sorry.
Words you cannot say.
No.
Let's see. Lou York X. Thought on the K-bar knife? K-A-B-A-R?
Yeah.
I take one camping. Super versatile. You can dig small holes with it if need be, like a garden shovel.
That is the thing about those. They are very, very, very tough. Yep.
So you don't have thoughts? You just know.
No, they're cool. I think they're super cool. I would like to have the K-bar. There's the main, what is it? The whatever their battle knife. The is it the Model 1 or Model 2 with the stacked leather handle and it's got the big hilt right here, and it's got the fuller here and a reverse swedge on the top, and it's like 7 inches long. I'd like to get one of those. I think it's a Model 1 or Model 2. I can't remember what they call them, but it's the advanced fighting knife or whatever it is. But yeah, that's cool.
El Deuterino says, "I have my grandpa's World War II K-bar. That thing is a beast."
That's so neat, man. That's so neat. We were talking about how I don't buy used stuff very often, but I would totally buy really like significant like that. Like a K-bar is from World War II would be very, very cool. Or, any of those actual vintage things for collecting. Obviously not for carrying, but such a neat thing.
Doug Santaniello says, "So evidently TTG is having 3 classes in a row." I know about 2 in a row.
And I know about 2 in a row, but I didn't know about 3.
But I did think like tomorrow was the last day, and I heard tonight that Sunday's the last day, and we start Monday, so that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But I mean, is there one after?
I don't know. I know he made a mistake in the scheduling, so it ended up being, or did they have one last week?
No. Because remember he said he sent you a message. He was off recreationing before he.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Speaking of
I
that,
feel like you need to read the comments because I don't know what any of this stuff is they're talking about. Oh, Doug said they are on their second now.
wow.
Maybe they. If this is the second one, then yeah, there's 3 in a row.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, El Duderino. I thought Fubar was something else too.
That's funny.
Why are you going backwards?
Because I was just looking really quick because you said I should look at them.
I mean, they're just talking about like different knives and guns, and I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I will tell you, Matt made me super jealous the last time he was there because he has a.
Last time he was there, he's always
Or
there.
last time I was at his house, he has a Remington Rand 1911 from World War II in a Sears Roebuck holster. Or maybe it's Montgomery Ward's or Sears Roebuck, I can't remember. But it's a real Remington Rand, which is Remington typewriters. So, like, in World War II, you know, that whole, like, your company can't make typewriters, they have to make stuff for the war. So they made 1911s. And he has one. It's really, 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 really cool. And I was like, that makes me jealous. Like, I would love to have some of that vintage stuff that I think is so neat. Like, I don't know. I just like historical things like that.
New York X has K-Bar fixes a Fubar situation. Yeah.
They probably do. This is my K-bar. This is it's smaller than a K-bar, obviously, but this is my half-face blades Crow Junior. So this is kind of my combat knife.
El Duderino says, "Do we fish?"
No, I don't really care about it. I got a buddy that fishes, and he does a bunch of deep sea stuff, or like, you know, offshore fishing, and he has invited me to go with him, and I'll probably go because it's fun to do, like, once in a great while. But I'm not like a fisherman. I don't own a pole. I don't own any of that stuff. I have zero interest. I mean, I'd love to have a boat, but not for fishing. Like, I have zero interest in. I love being on the water, but I don't care about fishing. Yep. I think it's possible that we should cut it off a little early tonight.
Well, the people are dropping off too, so
Yeah.
maybe so.
Well, we still have a bunch of packing to do, and we still have some other stuff to do so that we can leave.
I thought I was going to do nothing.
And we're going to do some nothing too. So that we can leave early in the morning to get on our way to Colorado. So yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I really appreciate it, everybody. This has been fun. And yeah. I need to pack up my cameras. I need to pack up my computer. All that stuff. I'm going to do all that tonight. But we can't do that until we're done using it. So.
Valid.
Yeah. So thanks, y'all. The next time you see us, we will be in Colorado. Have a good night.